Morning all. Sorry, a couple seconds later, whatever. We were talking bunny rabbits in the yard. Yeah. Finding them with the leaf blower. At least it was a leaf blower I found them with. Rob's neighbor, Carrie, good morning. Hey, Rudy. Maybe old Mac will be out there. He tried to come in here. After all the storms, I think he's struggling still with connection. Smyrna cowboy. Fingers hunter. What's up? Yeah, that's the sound of good coffee.
I got more coffee yesterday.
He had what?
I got more coffee yesterday. I forgot to.
Oh,
let me go get it.
Stocked up on your brand. Did you get you a good brand? The one you pay an extra $1 or $2 for?
Actually, no.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
Honey, almond.
Yeah, great. That's the stuff I kind of buy too. Great value comes from Walmart.
And then Waken Thy Neighbors.
Waken Thy Neighbor. You mix those together, or you just do them like have a little extra? What is that? Yeah.
High caffeine.
I usually buy a real cheap coffee. Good morning, everybody out there. Sorry. But a real cheap coffee, store brand, wherever you come from. And then I'll buy a nice pound of something really yummy that I like, and then mix them together so I don't feel so bad for spending a whole lot of money for coffee. It still tastes great.
That's what that's for.
I think it's all up here.
Moto, I forgot to tell you something behind stage.
Who's here?
I got a delivery coming.
Yeah.
And if the landscapers come, I gotta run and get money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Take
man.
the bike. You'll get there faster.
Yeah. He's got no medical boot no more. He wants to use those feet. Wants to run. Wants to actually run today. That's got to be so nice not having to put that piece of poop on no more.
Dude, I had to wear that in the house.
It's like wearing a big old freaking awkward block, like a toe tripper too. And that thing like about 3 inches longer than your foot?
Yeah, that's all it did was trip me, bro.
Yeah. Snag the shag. Snag carpet.
I mean, I was like, dude, I don't care what has to happen. I better be able to shift with this thing.
Yes. I was thinking about that yesterday, Cowboy. I brought your video up. We was checking out what you're fishing / what was it for? The 360. Yeah. And I didn't see you no more. Poof. I was like, dang, did I run him out of here?
I'm gonna get one of my fishing rods out of the shed. I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah. So he says, well, I was thinking about we're curious about the front view of the spider. Front view and pertaining as to what? Because I didn't have the curiosity.
Yesterday,
somebody else
watching or looking at the views of the spider to see how they look. Thick ass. All we were able to see was from the cockpit.
Yeah. Getting a full view of us as a viewer. Okay, I thought maybe what the view was like being behind the wheel. Yeah, here is a video of a walk around. Well, fantastic. We look at that. All I have to do is read and go a little farther, and we have a video. Let's pop that.
You want me to do the comments?
I was going to tell you that.
Yeah, that would be a great idea. Or I will get us behind.
Can I do comments?
No.
Okay.
You're not special.
Sorry.
You got to be I think you got to be a teammate. You couldn't do comments if you wanted to. If I wanted you to.
Yeah.
But what you can do is swap with Sick Bastard one day and be a team member. I don't sell you. I send you a invite, and you come in, and then you're like in the studio basically, and you can do all that stuff. If you want to learn about it, I don't know. Maybe you already know all about it.
No.
But you have to ask Sick Bastard about that.
Purposes only.
I ain't taking it away from him unless he wants it away, and it ain't
No, I
taking.
mean, if you gotta teach people how to do it, because like,
Yeah, you're not here all the time, or vice versa.
I'm not here all the time.
You might have to run.
I may have to,
run
Treat
like you are
like
today.
a pair of fake.
Go running.
I'm just here for entertainment.
Yeah, might have to exercise one morning. Ain't got time for the cop.
Yeah, right. I'll meet you there.
Sick didn't make it today. He's in the back doing yoga.
Yeah.
Doing
Pilates.
Pilates. You were exotic with it, man. That's funny. Okay, so cowboy, here we got. Trying to be serious. You got to start your morning laughing and getting your juices going and feeling good, and that clears the crap out of the head. It does for me.
Yeah.
Not like I had any there, but just in case. Preventive measures.
Version 2.0.
2.0. So let's see how many upgrades that I've done on this since I purchased it. Let's go on the front here. I've got some grills for the radiator. Got some grills for those on both sides there. And yeah, I got some deer whistles for Christmas, so I put them on there.
Wow.
Whether they work or not, I don't know. So, and I have a mount for the Possum View camera mount, and beside that is a auxiliary light that turns on when the bike turns on and give me more visibility. So let's go underneath in the front.
Ah.
And I'll show you the
what you got under the hood there
that I got there. Ooh. What that does, it powers accessories, and it detects once it gets down to 12 volts, it turns the accessories off so you don't drain your battery.
Okay. Nice.
And here I got a old ink pen holder. I just cut it and put a Allen wrench that fits these Allen screws there so I can access the battery really quick. Put that on there.
Great idea.
Go ahead.
Right in there.
And then I got a
smart
10mm battery side terminal wrench thingamajiggy. That's technical thingamajiggy.
That's what I sound like me.
And this is the mount for the JIC camera. And this is the power converter for the Zumo XT. We'll get around that in the front here in a moment. So let's walk around this way. We'll start on the mirrors. I put some Hercules blind spot mirrors I had on the Scoot.
Right.
I like those so much, I put them on Miss Sally Ann here. And let's go across the dash here.
Oh, man.
And this is the hardwired Zumo XT
Sorry to hear that,
mount.
Barry.
So all I got to do is just take that off to use the Zumo. I like it eye level, so I don't have to take my eyes off the road at all. And when I use this camera for a rear-facing camera, I can just pivot this out of the way. So let's go down to the handlebars here. I got the lid locks from Le Monster on both ends for people that need to lock their helmets up. And the leather light grips, got those from Le Monster as well. And over here, I got the top cups from Le Monster. Now, some of these I did install videos on, some I did not. But I'll put the ones I did the install, I'll put those in the description, or a card or a letter to Maria or something. Ooh. Okay, so and this is a cup holder that I made.
I was just going to ask,
a snowmobile or
for me, it works really good.
3-wheel.
And next to that is a 12-volt docking station that I put on here. You got 2 USB ports and a 12-volt accessory plug there.
Got everything on that.
And this comes out, and I've got the RAM mount system with the RAM quick grip.
So Swiss Army
to hold my phone.
I know you are,
and
Rob.
Over on this side, I've got the RAM balls for different types of accessories or whatever I want to put on there. And if you're wondering what this is, it's a lanyard. I got it at Dollar Tree, so I can just do the phone or the
or the
GPS, whatever.
So I need
I'm
for
a
my
gadget
wallet.
guy,
So I don't
sorry.
leave it laying around.
Not sorry, but yeah, I've got that on there. And let's go to this. This is
right. That's real nice, man. You get that thing loaded up and ready to cruise. You go to VAM too. I think I missed you though that year. I didn't get to meet you. Isn't that right, Smyrna? Hope you're still here. Last time I played this stuff, I didn't see him anymore.
Yeah, he put that stuff in. I think it was like 6 or so this morning. So there's a good chance he's not here at all.
Oh
wait, nope, he's here.
Is he? Yeah, he was. I went in 23. Yeah, you went to that would be the second one. When did they start? I think in 20.
22.
I don't. Yeah, 22. Yeah, you went to the second one. I think. I don't know. Well, Ted, what is this? No, it's going to be VAM. This will be the 5th. They started in 20. Don't know, guys. Anybody knows, you can put it out there. Rob's Neighbors at Soccer was canceled today. Yeah, Saturday's a day for the extracurricular activity with kids. When they said, okay, we're going to have it, and it was too much. No soccer for us today. Oh, man. Yeah, my grandbaby's doing softball this year, which is, I've never had any of my kids do softball. Either been soccer or field hockey. I love field hockey. I love field hockey better than the soccer. You are here. Okay, cool. Yeah, the 3rd. So 23. So it started in 20. Yeah, I'm doing math. There we go. Hey. Cool. Yeah, thanks for showing us the walk around. Usually we skim through the videos. This wasn't too long, but we just wanted to kind of see the whole bike. You got Elf there in the back. What's his story, huh? Other than he was funny as hell, it was a great show. He was full of sarcasm.
Heavy duty. And also got some flags here that come
Elf is all our inner self.
As you can see here.
Woohoo.
And I also made a mount for Gandalf here, and I'll show you a picture of that as well.
How many miles you put on that already? Because like you could cruise forever on one of those things, like Purple on 3 does, Jody. And she's been through every state. Yeah, in the United States. Even went over to Hawaii, but I think they left their machines here and rented stuff over there, which makes total sense because it takes when I went over there in the 80s, it took a month before you would see your vehicle, and it would come all salt ridden from being on a container ship or whatever it looks like. It's a crazy sheet. I'll ride it. Hell yeah. Yeah. How's the turning radius? Yeah. How's the turning radius on that? You like it, cowboy? Very good. It handles like it's on rails. Yeah, I imagine she can get a nice swivel to it and do a pretty tight turn on it. And you got to reverse on it. You'd have to. And is that like a fast switch over? Like if you need to hurry up and like you're in the middle of traffic and you're trying to do some 3-point turn or something?
I don't think they switch very fast.
I was wondering about that. It's my daughter's when she was little. Elf. Yeah. That's great. You bring her along. Well, kind of like that, huh? And Elf. My kids give me some nice little stuffed toy. I try to find a place to put it on the R1 and get it underneath where it stays shielded, but I'm always afraid I'll fall in and get in the steering somewhere and jack me up. And I can jack myself up all by myself. I don't need no help.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, I put it in the back, maybe like in my little, but it's such small. So I'm full of excuses. 11,000. Yeah. That's a lot of miles. 11,000 is good miles. Larry, good morning. Yeah, had to remember. Yeah, we're still morning. Looks windy as crap out there.
It is.
So I did leaf blowing. And the reason it all started is I had a bunch around my heat pump outside, and I had the guy come over to look at my air conditioning because it won't work. And I found out when I asked y'all why my heat bill was so freaking high, if electricity went up or something. But the whole thing was my heat pump was not working all winter long, and it was using the emergency heat. I never switched it over to emergency heat, but I guess it does itself, and it works off the coils. So I was using these radiant I was wondering why. It's like, damn, my furnace hardly ever shuts off because it was struggling to keep heat in using the emergency backup coils. So it was like having a space age heater, right? And trying to blow and fill up my house. So I had like $400 freaking a month bills. He said I was down because of complications after my workplace explosion. Something. I was in a wheelchair. Yeah, I remember you going through some healing stuff and then back on the bike and semi sort of hopefully fully recovered. So yeah, I ended up doing yard work to get that all cleaned up because all the leaves that were around it, and I won't get any AC till Monday. Well, I haven't had any really on this year. I turned it on the other day, found out it wasn't cooling, and that's when I called my friend. Said, "You lose counter steering with the two fronts?" I would. Well, yeah, right. Yeah. Just
It's
like a
not like
snowmobile, anywhere you turn,
okay.
you're gonna go. Yeah.
The knife
It is.
you still keep the steering, but the counter steering.
Yeah. Good morning, Red Lady. Good Lord, how is things going your way? I hope it's awesome, and that other person's recovered and feeling better. That may take a day or two.
Yeah, is he still sleeping?
Well,
sure he is.
Yeah, I'd probably not. He probably woke up for and just started enjoying being home.
Yeah, he's got to relax, man.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a drive, dude.
Mm-hmm.
In that little amount of time, dude.
You're right.
Like, just go. Oh, there he is.
You get to drop knee on the three-wheeler. You can. This is what you gotta do. Keep your weight opposite of same way you're turning.
He's here.
Yay. Good morning, Larry and Red Lady. What else? Rob's neighbor, Carrie, says, "Wow, the Smyrna Cowboy, glad to see you kicking butt again. You kicking butt again. Now, or wow, you never know. Bless each day." I know. Yeah, I watched a few videos when he was going through the recovery. I didn't know what had happened, but I found out listening to a few of the videos. Kind of how I got hooked up, I think, with him. Because of Purple on 3, most likely. Or people that went to BAM. You friend them up on your YouTube and watch their content. Next thing you know, you got this little community we're all doing stuff. That's kind of how it works. He's like 20, 30 minutes away in case nobody caught on to that. He's just up the road from me. Yeah.
Yeah.
He lived like about a mile or two from the place I bought my Harley Davidson, actually.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't been back to that Harley dealership for a long time. I used to go there, bring it in, get my service done, and hang out in their waiting room, sometimes 3 hours, waiting to get your oil changed because I come in and do it, try and get there first, and you still got to wait a long time.
Yeah.
I just couldn't drop it off and then come back, So I ride a motorcycle. I can't do that. Can't do that. I ride motorcycle. I'm a motorcycle rider. 17 hours, really? I don't know how you did that because, like, when you've been up so long, you kind of like
you got to crash.
You will, but not. I don't know. That's way too long to sleep.
Yeah, you got to crash, and then you just sleep. I've done that.
Can you turn traction control off and whip some sick donuts in a wet parking lot? That would be so much fun. Yeah, like ride the snowmobile. That's what I loved about that. It was a lot of freestyling you could do. You could catch air, you could do spins, you could do tons of stuff and have nice soft landings because you're on the powder packed snow. Not always. Sometimes it'd be old and start getting hard and a little bit rough, but hey.
I watched a guy in a video take one of those spiders into a skateboard park into bowls and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Where he
destroyed it.
Yeah, guy let go. He fell off, and the thing kind of took off. That was an old reel that's been around for a while. It's pretty funny. Ridiculous. You tried a skate park yet, Cowboy?
That's funny.
I know you haven't. I'm just like, oh, sure, I have. Of course, everybody does it.
I was like,
they actually got a ADV version of the spider now.
So that is 80. Oh wow, that's interesting. Yeah, kind of like the four-wheelers and what do they call those, RTVs or whatever?
ATVs. Yeah.
ATVs, there we go. And oh mercy, I forgot what I was gonna say. Poof, it left me.
Sorry.
Oh, the power has a power assist for steering, because a lot of people that when you do a three-wheeler on a Harley, let's say like a tri-glide, you get a long sweeper curve for, a mile, and you're constantly, or you're through a lot of S curvings, you're constantly upper body gets wore to hell out, really, It's good exercise, but a lot of times you just want to relax and ride, not do a workout.
Not steer.
So, so having that's got to be a bonus for having it riding a three-wheeler. Let's see, on the Spider, you cannot turn off traction control. On the Riker, you can. Yeah, that's more of the sport model, right? That's kind of the hot rod of the three-wheelers.
I was wondering what the difference was between them.
Yeah, one's a, not even really a cruiser you call it. It's more of a luxury model for long hauling. Not even on a bet, brother. Yeah. It's called a canyon. Do those.
The ADV version.
Old Mac was in here twice this morning and just wouldn't let him go. And he probably has just as much trouble being on and being in the chat.
Yeah.
If his internet is struggling. He's had storm after storm, flood after flood, it seems like, duck ponds in his yard, and it just gets cleared up and another one comes. We got part of his stuff coming tomorrow, next day, I think. So yeah, let's see what the rest of this video shows. There we go, a little bit of a wrap a little bit of this up. Means there's not much going on in the chat.
My 2021 Can-Am Spider RT Limited Sea to Sky Edition, and it's got 7,248 miles on her.
11 now.
If I'm able to get to 10,000 miles, that'll be the next review. So there you go.
So this is a
Smyrna Cowboy here in Smyrna, Tennessee, wishing you and yours a good day. And until next time, adios.
What?
Send him a link if you can.
Who? Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Just we'll put it right out there in the chat and then delete it. Just for safety reasons. Anybody else ever wants to come in, speak up like Cowboy did, we'll do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, let's see. Invite right here. Copy. Boom. I'm going to do it in the other one here so it doesn't put it out 3 times.
All right. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. There you go. Just pop on that. Come on in. Telephone is ringing.
You didn't keep
knocking yet? Shortly, we'll hear the
pop.
That's what we hear when we're in the studio when somebody comes in. We're supposed to hear.
Yeah, we're
Sometimes I get so multitasking, I don't hear nothing. I don't even hear the winning lotto ticket number being called out.
No, never hear that one.
Suck. Like, oh no, I missed that one. And then I'll hear Sick in the background going, yeah, that'll learn you.
That'll learn you.
Woo. Come on in. How you doing?
I'll do.
Boy. Smyrna. Good to see you. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Oh, you tell the folks a little bit about your boo-boo you went through, man. What inspired not inspired, but how the hell did you get in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting feedback or something.
Hang
on.
Cancellation, yeah.
Yeah, take your time and just
there we go. I think I got it. I had it planned on another tab.
Yeah, that's what'll do it. Yeah.
What was your question, Motobomb?
Oh, what the hell got you in a wheelchair? I mean, not everybody knows that. I kind of forgot too what the hell happened to you.
Okay, I can talk about it now because of the settlement and everything. So no, that's no big deal. I even posted a video on it. It's like 30-something minutes long. But
yeah,
I was involved in a workplace explosion at where I worked at Bridgestone Firestone in Laverne.
Wow.
And on the 3rd floor.
Wow.
And I was set on fire. I have 3rd-degree burns on my arm, left leg, and then a tib-fib fracture on my right leg. And so I was healing up from that. And then I developed complications on the broken leg because I got a staph infection. So they had to take the hardware out. And I was in a wheelchair for 6 months. And then with lack of mobility, I developed a CVT. Wait a minute. What is it? A clot in my leg.
Yeah,
deep vein thrombosis. Yeah, and then that broke away. It migrated up to my heart and lungs, and then I had a saddle pulmonary embolism. I died twice on the table, and then after that, I went through rehabilitation like 3 times, and but now I'm a lot better now.
That's amazing. You got humor, fun. You're doing stuff, man. Geez, God bless you, bro. That's all I can say. Because that's if I'd have known all that, I'd have been a little like I thought. Well, slip and fall. Who knows, whatever. And you had I didn't even realize you could have possibly had a traumatic freaking. That's very traumatic.
Well, it was. I mean, they called me the Miracle Man. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Tennessee area. I was taken to Vanderbilt University Burn Center. That's like a level 1 trauma center. And so I had, it was loads of fun. I had debridement, and that was fun. And and then with burns, I had, and this was workman's comp. This was all workman's comp. In the state of Tennessee, you cannot sue your employer for any type of injury or neglect or anything else. They have a workman's comp formula that they do. So, I mean, you can't, because everybody thought that, my last name, Bridgestone would change their last name to Netherton or something, but no, it's not the case. But for 2 years, they paid me my salary plus the medical expenses, and all that together in 2 years come to about $1 million.
Man.
So, and then they offered the settlement and everything. And with that formula, I got $42,000 for it as far as a monetary settlement and stuff. But they're obligated for lifetime medical on these injuries that I sustained. And they tried to settle that out of court. They wanted to give me $13,000 for that. And I said, let me think. No. So that's just one trip to the hospital.
Yeah, so really?
I said,
no way.
No, thanks.
$13,000 go poof in a blink of an eye.
So I officially retired on, actually it's been 2 years, May the 1st, I officially retired.
Are you allowed to go back and forth as many times as you want with the lawyers?
Oh no, it's all settled. It's all settled.
No, I'm just asking, like when it comes to the arbitration and the settling, do you have to go in front of a judge if you don't agree to anything?
Well, we went in front of a judge of the workman's comp thing because in Tennessee, there's a specific formula that you have to do as far as your percent of disability to the fact that you know, that you will not be able to work till you're 65. But see, I was like 62 when this happened. So I guess, you know, when you're 65, that's just minimal. So I got a disability rating of, I think because of the burns, it was 17%. And for the leg, it was like 4%. So they take that into consideration with the formula that they do for a settlement in workman's comp. So it's pretty much all cut and dried. The only thing that was negotiable was my lawyer's fee. And in workman's comp cases, they can only take 20% of your settlement.
Yeah.
But our lawyer was great. I mean, he just dropped it down to 10%. So he was really cool about it. And when I was on workman's comp, I had daily wound care. And my wife, God bless her soul, she was like a guardian angel to me. I mean, it put me into a lot of depression because once you lose your freedom to do whatever you want to do, and you have to depend on everybody for your rides, for helping you get to the bathroom, for
you feel like a big pain in the ass out there to everybody. Yeah, I'm sure.
Exactly. And I went to a hard place, but I sought counseling and everything else. And once I started riding again, once I was cleared to ride, it was like a big veil lifted.
Yeah.
You know,
said I'm free again.
And that, I said explosion.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I couldn't read that earlier when you wrote that. I was just having trouble. I have trouble even if it would have been spelled right. I mean, maybe it was spelled right, and I just can't enunciate.
No, it's just my spelling. You know, and it doesn't have spell correct, autocorrect on it.
Yeah,
on chat,
so you're like, here, hopefully you get it.
Yeah.
And you saw me struggle. At least you got some fun out of that, right?
Oh yeah.
Make
but
it
a lot of people are saying, that's just not enough and everything, and I totally agree.
That's what that keeps on going over in my head. Is it's not enough? That's not enough.
Yeah.
For almost dying, that's all. It's not enough. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it was 2014. I forget 2014 or 2015. The workman's comp laws changed in Tennessee, so. I mean, it's the law. It is what it is. There's no sense of, pissing and moaning about it. So you just have to go and move forward.
Yeah, unless you know a representative or something, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, but the main force of me getting better was I had a goal set in mind in 2022.
Yeah.
Was it 22 or 20? 2022. I was bound and determined to get better. So me and my daughter, she's 38, going on 39 now, to ride in Smyrna's Christmas parade.
Yeah.
So that was I worked hard to be able to do that, and I attained my goal. So I was real happy about that.
Dude, you're pretty inspirational, man. I'm glad you came on and told your story. I wish we had more peeps here, man, in the community to know and learn more about you, man. Does that I would think that would have to give you an incredible sense or whatever you call of appreciation for things in life and stuff we take for granted. Unless till you get a good whooping, a lot of times you just go through life, like taking shit for granted.
Was anyone else hurt?
No, it was just me.
Wow.
I was up there by myself, and then they heard the explosion, and they come running up there, and there was what exploded was sulfur. Now, sulfur itself is inert, but once those sulfur granulates go into a bag, it has sulfur dust, which becomes sulfur dioxide, which is highly volatile.
Wow, they switch properties just from being dusty, huh?
Yes, and then once there was a thunderstorm in the area, so there was a lot of static electricity because where I dumped the bag at, it was on the 3rd floor, so you're talking 30 foot in the air. So something touched or something created a spark, and then the explosion happened and blew out the access door, which took my leg out. Yeah. And then I guess because of either the adrenaline or the high temperature of the explosion, I felt no pain.
Yeah.
So I was trying to walk down the stairs. I didn't know anything about the leg. and there was like 3 stairs coming from the catwalk down to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I started to walk down the stairs, I just went face first on the concrete. But I could tell I was on fire. But I mean, like I said, no pain, because I guess the nerve endings will burn off that quick, or the adrenaline, or a combination of both.
Something. Yeah.
And then on this arm here, and now I'm talking to you, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going like, oh crap, that's fire. And I just started going like this to put it out. And then people started coming upstairs
with a bare hand.
A lot of dust was up there. And then they pulled me to the stairwell, which was fresh air. And then they put the fire out on my legs and everything. And that's when they called the ambulance at work. So
that's the last time I snoop around and ask somebody you don't know what the hell happened to you.
No, that's fine.
Man.
I mean, I make jokes about it all the time because that's the only way, as far as me, to use humor.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Did you go for a helicopter ride?
I know it was ambulance. It was on a Saturday morning.
Okay.
And then, I mean, as far as I was stable in that aspect, you know, the blood pressure and everything was stable. And the ambulance worker asked me, do you know what caused the explosion? I said, sulfur. Well, that was not a good thing to say, because then they started debriding me in the ambulance.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they gave me. I don't know if it was Dilaudid with a Valium attached and a cup of wine. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But what I knew is when they gave me that, when I looked up at the ambulance was melting.
Oh,
like this.
I mean,
it was some good stuff, whatever it was. And then, you know, and it's looking, and it's like, wow, man.
I know. Just surviving.
To be honest with you, I think what they were worried about was they were worried about your adrenaline wearing off, and then you would start feeling the burns.
Yeah.
So
could very well be.
Yeah, they probably
could very well be
real good.
Yeah, we're glad you.
So and then it was just, you know, then all the way to the hospital, they contacted my wife, and she met me at the hospital, and I looked down at my leg, and one foot was this way. The other one was that way.
Sorry, man.
So I told her, I said, don't look at my foot. What does a woman do? She looks.
Look at your foot.
Of course.
And it's like, you know, it's like, I told you not to look. But
where did that come from?
And I use humor to joke about it all the time. I said, I plan on being cremated when my time comes. And I said, well, honey, I want to get cremated, but since I have 3rd-degree burns, maybe they can give you a few bucks off.
Yeah, there you go.
I know.
I have titanium hips and this metal and stuff. And once they, you know, deep fry me in the cremation thing, and then the titanium and everything won't burn. Maybe she can recycle that to offset the cremation cost.
Yeah, something. Good Lord.
Always got to look at the bright side.
You planned that out well, cowboy. You planned it out well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm just. And like you said, I'm just living life. You take nothing for granted, because I could, on a motorcycle accident, on a tractor trailer accident or something, anything could be gone in a blink of an eye.
And it didn't make you like really protective about your immortality or whatever. Like you still get out and ride, you still do shit that's considered really a dangerous thing, because when you go get out in that type of traffic, you're really just putting yourself in the middle of missiles and bullets in a war zone, basically, if you really, really, really break it down and think about it, because the slightest little fender bender in a car is no problem, but you get one and you're on a motorcycle or whatever, you know, there's nothing protecting you. Not a damn thing.
I look at it this way. I was real self-conscious of my burns.
Yeah.
And I wore sleeves for the longest time, and then I thought, well, this is just a life tattoo. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's a life tattoo. If people don't want to look at it, if it's grotesque to them, all they have to do is turn around and walk away.
Yeah.
Because this
or
just
ask
gives
you about it.
Yeah, and I'd be more than happy to tell them.
And
of course, the first thing that comes out of my mouth, oh, how did I do this? I was cooking meth one day and boom.
Yeah, you know, Heisenberg's, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So, but
Heisenberg's sidekick there in New Mexico.
You have to live your life without fear. If fear conquers your life, then you've lost.
Yeah.
You have to conquer fear. Fear is the greatest enemy.
Dude, it's the worst. It really is, because then it sends you into what emotions and different things and then you make decisions that are out of whack, and yeah, that is a tough one. Everybody has a good weekend. Thank you, old Mac. You can go ahead, Cowboy. I was just saying hi to old Mac.
No, that's all right.
He was
That's
still
all right.
here, and we could catch him.
So, I mean, that's pretty much my story, and I'm trying just to, like I say, just live life every day, and I'm not sure how many of you guys are retired that's in here. Probably just me. Are you retired, Keyfob? Oh, okay. No. Well, then you know the drill. Then I mean, you don't have to build your schedule on. Well, I've got to get this done before I go to work. I can go on, and I've got a shed that I just put up, and I need to put bracing in there.
Yeah.
Before I move it, and I'm going like, well, I may do it today. Oh crap, it's raining. I can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, and then I get up so early. I get up so early.
Hey, Wandering Yankee.
I get there. Usually I get up about maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock Central Time. Like the last couple of nights, I've gotten up at 3. I come out here to the shed. This is Pappy's place, my fortress of solitude, and I've got internet access and have the big screen TV on, and I have the intercom system from the house in case she needs me, and microwave, refrigerator, air fryer, DVD player. I mean, I've got all the amenities except for running water.
Yeah.
But I love it out here, and I stay 80% of the time out here, and I edit all my videos here. So
every video for you is like a celebration in a way, like, whoo, I'm here. I can make another video, man. That story is pretty freaking inspiring, really. A lot you can do.
I just started getting into fishing.
Helping others, Yeah, I saw that. Like, what happened to that fishing channel? Now I know. I know.
Well, I mean, I just started that last year, but I put on there that I'm not going to put another video on there till I catch a fish. But since my brother passed away in March, and I only have one brother left, so me and him went fishing the other day, and I put that video on the channel. We didn't catch any fish, but it was just banter back and forth between brothers.
If you're having some trouble catching,
I don't care if I get 2 views. Yeah.
I got this thing here, and maybe the guy will send you some. These catch-all baits. It's been...
some of those.
Okay, and your world's gonna rock shortly.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's called a Pappy crawling tube prototype. It's like a crawfish bait, imitator bait with the tube on it, and so.
I get a good reaction strike too, because and the way you have them hooked, like sometimes they're done in the front makes a difference, but you got yours up, so it's like jigging, like you can get a flopping along the bottom, and then their fall is erratic too, so if you throw it up on a pylon or stump, and you don't weight that, right? You just throw that without any weighting it, I would imagine, because it's a jig type.
Right, it's a 1/4 ounce jig head.
Yeah, and, there you go.
Then I put the crawl on there, and then put it into the tube. Yeah.
Wait, the thing you got came from him?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
He sent these to me the other day. That and some.
Old Mac's been retired for 30 years.
I've been that 30 years longer than you've been alive. I've been retired.
I retired in March.
So I'm home all the time.
Lap Terrier, what a cutie! Yeah, just in heaven there, huh? Yeah.
Every morning. It's your best friend sick. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beast.
The beast. Unleash the beast. Go over here. Hi, puppy.
That dog does not like me, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think that dog likes anybody, to be honest. Except for Q-Bob, obviously.
You want to get
He's a good boy. Yes, he is. He's a good boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Staffordshires are beautiful and a wonderful dog. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're great.
I got a bad pit bull, so you got to really be careful with them just because of the public view.
Yeah,
and sometimes they are, depending on how they're raised, they are a dangerous breed because they're so damn strong.
Yeah.
Doesn't like the 2 females we have, or one of our spit terrier mixes and the plot hound. She does not like them.
Yeah.
If you put them in 2 separate caged areas and next to each other and let them spend time in those next to each other, that'll change. Have you tried it?
Yeah.
For days and days and days and days.
When the plot hound gets near her, it was like at the camp out when that bulldog and that Rottweiler came over to her kennel, right?
Yeah. Was she in the cage?
I saw them dogs coming.
Yeah.
She still had on her muzzle, but I physically put her in her cage.
Yeah.
And was holding her in the cage so she didn't get out.
Yeah.
To get those 2 dogs.
Yeah. I heard that, dude. I heard that, and I was in the front of the freaking grounds. I heard that. It was insane.
She is ready to take that Rottweiler out, man.
Yeah. I haven't seen Harley Moonrider in a long time, Wandering Yankee, like on Alive or be on anywhere, or just even on dropping videos, or because I'm sure I got him set on all notifications because I met him. He's been on our duct tape lives and a time or two, and got to go meet him in VAM. So that was pretty cool. But I haven't seen him. How about you, Smith? You know of him? I'm sure you do.
Yes, I know Harley Moonrider. He's on Facebook and Instagram, and sometimes he'll pop up and he'll drop a video once and again.
Yeah,
but, I'm hoping that he'll be at VAM. And are you coming to VAM Motovlog?
That's the plan, and more will be revealed. Is all I can say. It's been a rough year, so we'll find out what happens. Like now, my AC just went down. I don't know. Like last time I had that replaced, that was like $5,000. This year's hopefully just a repair, and we'll find out. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I've got some news. Last week, we had a wire transfer to the mortgage company, and our house is paid for.
Oh boy, that's got to be a good feeling. Yeah, and there's still property taxes. Hopefully, you're in a low property tax freaking area.
But last year we got a new AC unit that was like $16,000, and then this year we had to encapsulate the crawl space underneath there. That was another $11,000.
Yeah.
So it's like, right when you almost get the house paid for, and then all this stuff happens. But
play money goes poof.
Yeah, me and my wife were talking about it. So when we pass off this mortar coil, our daughter can have the house, and it'll be in fairly decent shape, whether she can sell it or rental property or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did that purposely. So
you
got to do it.
What did this say? He got bruised shins from his tail wagging. Yeah, that's a tough dog. When we used to have a neighbor had a Irish setter, and they're like got a long whip tail, and that thing would go. It would just smack you in the back of the legs, and I was just happy to see you. That's bad.
My daughter had an English bulldog at one time, and they're short little dogs, but they're stout, and then they'll come up to you and they'll almost take a knee completely out.
Cut you out, yeah.
Yeah, and they'll almost take you right out. So you got to be careful.
Yep. They got lots of crevices and grooves. You got to clean their face almost every day, don't you? Like
that's what they did. Yeah, I think they had to put him down because of he was getting old. I think it was like 13 or 14 years old, and they just went ahead and had to put him down. So.
Yeah, they're a 8-10 year dog, something like that. They don't last very long. It's hard to sign up for some of those pets because they're like a total family member, a kid or whatever else. It's damn close anyway. And your attachments are, man.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Man. All right. You got to go?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right, bro. See you later, man. So, yeah. Oh. And please, man, anytime you want to come up here and do coffee shows and stuff with us in the morning, it's great to have some fresh info and people once in a while. So please, anytime. If it's a one-time deal, that's great too. We're glad to have you, and no obligations.
Well, thank you for letting me jump in here.
Dude, always. Yeah, and it's short. It's a short live usually. It's supposed to be 30 minutes. That was my start out time because I didn't know I'd have visitors, as much as I do. I thought if it's just me, what am I going to say for over 30 minutes? I don't even, you know what I mean? I don't like being up here by myself that much, really, not as comfortable. When I got somebody to bounce and feed off of, it's like, that's good for me.
I don't even know how long we've been on here, but time flies when you're talking and jibber jabbing.
Yeah, at least you've been on at least 20 minutes, I'd say. You came on around 10 or before, but yeah. And I usually leave around 10:30, maybe 10:45 pushing it. I do have an appointment today, so I gotta go work. If you call what I do work, but it is. Gotta be there, Gotta do. And I want to be there. I do. That's pretty nice. I go to work. I got a TV in my room. I got the potato maker there. What is it? The microwave. Coffee pot. And then right out my door is a refrigerator. So it's just like being at home, another home. Sometimes you got to sit with a stranger or somebody new and do some artwork on them. So it's not real terrible. Unless you get one in there that's just, one of those, personalities. Gives me
you can't please everybody.
No, just try to talk to them. They don't really talk to you. Or you ask questions. They're really like, not involved at all. I just want to sit. I'm like, what did you come here for? I mean, usually these things are like about having an experience, and having a good time and being, it's not like a routine. Oh, I got to go to the dentist today, Who knows? Maybe it's anxiety. I never really even thought of it. Maybe people that's how they deal with different things. Good morning, James. Good morning to you. Randy says, now I just have a cat who grew up with my dog, so he thinks he's a dog. Yeah, he got trained, didn't he? Right on, Randy. We should be more doing VAM this year than last year. Mr. G will be busy for sure. Yeah, what's going to happen when this thing grows out of control? Because I know it got a lot more exposure than the first year or two. Sorry about that. Let me see.
We always like hearing the bikes, man.
Somebody might, I'm into bikes there. That's it. Oh, yeah. Did you want me to share any of these?
Yeah, share it away, man.
Yeah. What you got there? That's 3. Let me see if I can get these up and find them in time.
I'm actually going to go start it as soon as we get done with the live.
Yeah. Well, it looks good. Well, how about I just hold it up? That'll be faster. Well, you could have done that. I know, right? You probably want me to put it up regular. Dude.
Used to make you jealous.
It is.
You don't have to share it.
Oh, that's what I do too. When I find something good, I'm like, here, let me rub that in your face. Look how beautiful that looks. Mm-hmm. That's a nice. Is that a lamb chop or something? What is that?
It's a tomahawk.
What do they call those tomahawks for what? What's it off of?
Ribeye, I think.
Ribeye?
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty badass. And Ray Shoemaker been planting garden. I don't know if I can share those pictures. It's a special garden.
Depends on what state he's in.
Yeah. Yeah. But Ray went back to work. Remember Ray Shoemaker? Yeah. Look at that. It focused so nice. That's awesome.
Speaking of Ray, has anyone heard from Ray Gregory?
Not today.
I know he was on the live last night, but I figured he'd be up doing something today.
Yeah. Saturday he runs a lot with the
hog group,
club, or whatever you call it. The hog chapter, is it?
Yeah.
So yeah. Ooh. Yeah. That's work. Those are logs. That's chainsaw.
That is work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've had my share of that. That's for sure. Growing up in Minnesota, you did that every fall, and stock up for winter so you get as much free heat as you could. But it wasn't really free, but freer.
You didn't have to pay for it. You had to work for it.
Yeah, and I hated it, because as a kid, that took up all my, any spare time I had. My dad did heating and air conditioning, so we did house jobs on the weekends. He was a worker. He was a hustler, man, and not hustler, but hustled his work and worked hard, and I wasn't for that too much as a kid. Yeah, quick question. I wished I would have been more, because I could have learned and had a little bit different life if I wanted to. Wandering Yankee. Time will tell. I knew I saw you. I think I got your sticker. And so I went and I looked at your channel. I didn't see nothing there, so I wasn't sure. You didn't have no content on there. Is it always that way, or you got a different channel, 2 channels? I don't know, because that's going to give you a wrench, but don't look like you do that much. Connie, good morning. Yeah, Mac couldn't make it on here. His internet is poor. You know how it goes once in a while with him. Good to see you, though. Hope things are going well your way.
It's going to be like that.
Everybody knows Connie. Yeah. Are we friends, I think, Cowboy, on Instagram? If we are, send me your email so I can send you links every, now and then if you want to. You'd never have to accept them. They're just, I usually have a little group of people I send out some links to that might want to occasionally pop up on here. And this will reoccur. Actually, this link, you weren't able to save it, but if you save it, it's reoccurring, so it works every time this live is up, the same link.
Let's see. I'll try to go on Instagram now while I'm...
Yeah, just send me an email. That way it's easy. I just hit my Google and it just makes it convenient. Wannabe Farmstead says, where Rob, two Wannabe says that happens all the time. With me, I'm on the PC usually when I'm here, so it's just typos. Yeah, I'm doing that all the time too, man. My middle son is picking up a new F-250. That's a big truck. It's a half-ton, right? Special gardens are awesome. You knew what I was talking about. Yeah. Sometimes, with monetizations, you got to be careful. I did take you shouldn't be seeing no more commercials when I remember anyway. I shut it off and then turn it on when the live is done. It might make a third of a penny someday. So, yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'll start.
All right. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
I'd rather deal with typos. Maybe I should switch to computers next time. Yeah. Suri thinks she knows what I'm trying to say. Yes. Look, Suri just now picked up on
you saying Siri.
Me saying the S word. I'll pick you up too. Well, I can't because I got headphones on.
I was just about to play with you.
Damn it.
I checked my Instagram. I don't think I've got you on there, man. My Instagram is the Smyrna Cowboy, all one word. If you want to send me something,
I'm gonna put that in there. Let me see if I can find it in the search. I always like going to search because it shows you all these girls once you hit the search button. Just saying.
Yeah, I get a bunch of requests from girls.
Like, what happened? You got distracted. I ain't seen them. Now what do I put in? Can you
the Smyrna Cowboy, all one word. TheSmyrna Cowboy.
Oh, that's way too fast. I can't compute.
Okay.
P H.
T is in Tom, H is in Harry, E is in Echo.
T. I'm just gonna look you up. I'll catch it here in a minute. Let me just
Not that it pertains to anybody currently on the board. However, today is International Female Ride Day.
Just sharing that.
So where'd Sick go? Is he handling?
He had a thing to do. Remember we was talking about he had to run. So don't run. Take your motorcycle.
Okay.
Something about
landscaper or something.
Yeah, could be that. Yeah, I can't find. I'm too slow to do all that and to put in what you said. And it'd be better if you just typed it in the chat here, and then I could look it up that way. I could refer to it. Because I'm just too slow to.
I can do that.
Yeah. I hate to take up everybody's time on here too when I'm doing my own thing on here. A third of a page. It really is. It gets down to 0.000 point something on some of these things that you make. Sometimes you make 15 cents, or I had $15 on one live one time, which was kind of interesting. I was like, wow, how did that happen? Probably from a super chat or somebody went and gave some. That's why, because not the monetization don't do too much, but I never asked for those, so don't just put any money out there like that. Keep it for yourself. I just monetize to get some of these videos that I make and whatever. You get a little pluck back from them, and if one goes viral or big, you make a few dollars doing that. So
yeah, like I said earlier, it's all about paying for the cameras.
Yeah, about it. Other than that, this is what's been great. What did that say? Okay, you're fantastic. You know how to use that chat thing too. That's good, Cowboy. Appreciate you, man.
Word.
You're talking about the motorcycle groups, like the Hog Chapter and stuff. I think it's been about 4 years ago. I made a private motorcycle group on Facebook, and I named it Middle Tennessee Geritol Riders Group.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's just guys around here, And
that's fantastic. That's great.
Yeah. So I named that, and then we have group chats and rides. I think last Saturday, we did our spring ride to Dunlop, Tennessee, to go eat at the Cookie Jar, and I've got like 3 hours of footage, and I've got to go through all that. I've got one camera on one guy's helmet, my Insta360, plus my Cena on the side. So I've got a lot of footage to go through.
That's great. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff to keep track of.
Yeah, and it's I'm retired, so
yeah, why not, right? Why not? Yeah,
exactly.
Dude. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm on permanent disability. That's why I'm trying to entertain myself with a hobby. A scrapbook of
A Motobomb put out. Motor Ramblings put out a video, and I've been doing YouTube since 2007, and I've never been monetized, and I don't want to be monetized just because of the simple fact that if I start seeing money coming in, then I'll work harder to get more money coming in. Then it turns into a job, and then I'll get Pavarotti and everything following me, and then 50 to 70-year-old women throwing their Depends up at me everywhere I go. I just don't need that pressure. So I decided not to go ahead and monetize, and not to monetize. But the one thing that really keeps me going is when after I call it the burn, the work accident, I call it the burn. When I was in the hospital, my daughter would put on my channel, my video channel, and then go to sleep while listening to my voice. And that gave her comfort, knowing that, in her heart that I'll be okay. Yeah. So regardless if I mean, right now I've got 2,200 subscribers, but you got to remember that's since 2007. But anyway, whether I had 2,200 or 2, as long as she subscribes to my channel and wants me to talk and listen to her to give her comfort, that's all I care about.
That's great.
That's all I care about.
Absolutely.
And then you can go back and look at your older videos and see what you did back in 2010, 2011. What were you doing back then? And I post everything. When people ask me, you know, I have a YouTube channel. I put a camera in my helmet, ride around and talk about crap. And that's pretty much what I do.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I've got deaths of siblings. I've got births of granddaughters. I've got weddings. I've got, you know, just all sorts of stuff that I think that I would post on there for people. If they watch it, fine. If they don't, hey, that's what the upper right-hand corner X is for.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's just my philosophy.
I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but you know.
But at least you got some people to drink it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
They enjoy it with maybe a crumpet or two.
Yeah, maybe.
Come on, everyone. Cut the wood.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to find you this whole time on the phone. That's why you saw the phone and me looking up and playing on my phone in case I hear a couple comments on it. But that's what I was doing. It's what I got to do. It's the only way I can do it. But I had no luck. I used the exact thing, everything I got. Purple on 3. I got Ron on there, and it showed like where they talk about you mentioning, but it will not take me to your channel. So I sent you the email in my private chat up there to you.
Okay.
So if you want to use it, then it's on my channel too. So, but it's not too big a deal. We'll figure it out. If you got the email on your channel, I'll get your email. I thought didn't we talk? Didn't we? We got, we did snail mail.
Yeah. And we've done emails too.
We have? Oh, well, then we're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
See? Gosh. Over here fretting over nothing. Anyway, I got to get rolling out, you guys. It's that time.
Oh, okay.
Is it that time already?
Yeah, huh?
Is it that time already? Yeah,
it is. It's past 10:30. 10:38. So, yeah, and I got to go do a few things on my bike. So I've been using that side view down low and looking up at your clutch hand and your foot, and I got enough footage of that. I don't need that on there no more. So
yeah, I like that view. I've got some old replay XDs that I have at the bottom of the cowling, and that gives me what I call the possum view. Yeah, and that shows the road and everything else, and that's a pretty view.
It is. It's nice for a while, and plus you can make shorts with it if you're using a vertical thing, throw some whatever you want on it. And then I actually hooked up a mic to it. I'm not super happy with the results, but gets the mics the exhaust better than hearing all the wind with just a GoPro out there in the wind and you going along, you get wind and exhaust, which ain't too appealing. So I hooked up a Purple Panda to it, and then add both tracks when you make your video so you can hear some of the exhaust underlying. I turn it down, so it ain't too annoying, but just because it's kind of neat to hear. Yeah, go ahead. No hurry.
What is your thing on Instagram? Is it Motobum Virginia, all one word, or?
Nah, it's Dean. It's my name.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Dean Baumgartner
mm-hmm.
or Dean P. Baumgartner. Let me look at. I have it. Let me put this up. There's a QR code. Hold on. Maybe this will work. Let's see. I had this up here just for that. Right there.
It's Dean _ BAUMGARTNER.
It's right on the screen too. You can point your camera at it.
Yeah.
But if you're on your phone, you can't. You'd have to be on your PC to point your camera at it.
Well, I'm on the PC and I got my phone here too, so I'll just.
Well, that might work.
Do a QR code. QR scan. Where art thou? There it is.
Dang.
Yeah, I like the sissy bar.
Oh yeah, what Sick was doing, that was great too. That's what you got on your spider is basically from from behind view for the 360. Same thing.
And I've also got another replay that I can put underneath the top box and gives me a backwards view.
Yeah.
Well, I got you followed, man. I followed you on Instagram.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks for the QR code.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had that forever and so long I never got a chance to use it. I'm so glad. I was like, that's what I had it for that one time. That one time somebody needs it.
Good deal, Lucille. As the old timers say, and I'm old.
Yeah, dang it.
Excuse me.
Hopefully it'll come in and I'll find it. It's not there. All right. Let's end this stream. Let's say goodbye to everybody. Thanks for showing up. It's Saturday. Are you doing anything tomorrow or Monday?
I got they're both scheduled.
You did? I thought you said you weren't, and then I saw it scheduled. I was like, yeah.
I was, you know me. I was being a moody, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Smyrna, thanks so much for coming on. And
thanks for having me, guys.
Great way to meet
it. It was fun.
Some of the community and stuff. I'll be on tonight too if you want to stop in and say hi or come on. We'll probably stay on for an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, and do the regular Saturday thing. See if anybody checks in.
Well, if I can remember it, that's the main thing. Just remembering it. I'll try to step in and say howdy.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. It's just if it you float on in. We'll see.
Oh yeah, tonight.
No worries. You're retired. You got no commitments. You know, it's all good.
The only commitment that I have is Monday through Friday from 5 to 5:30. Me and my wife watch Jeopardy together. That's our great. Together time.
Man, that's a hell of a commitment to have to make, man. Interrupt your retirement.
Clicker. Yeah, I have a little clicker to see how many correct answers we get. Tournament of Champions, they're just too smart for me. But if they do Celebrity Jeopardy, I might have a shot. So
that's fun and eventful for you both. You know, you have something great to look forward to. It's a way to do it. All right. Love you guys. Bye. Yeah, so thank you everyone for having a wonderful coffee with me, man. It is much greatly appreciated. I think we started the day off right. So, you know, just we'll love on your peeps. Tell your friends you love them. Tell your family you love them. And just go out and have the best day you can. Spread it out there. We'll see you again soon. Bye.